Hello everyone, welcome back to Tarot with Tay. Welcome to the Tay gang. If you've never been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified every single time that I pull up, okay? Thank you guys so much for the love, the support, the bookings, and the donations, and all the love that you provide for this channel. Speaking of bookings, if you would like to book a personal reading, the very first link is in the description box to go ahead and make that happen. Head on over to the Goddess of the Unknown to book your personal reading today. And if you're watching this current, then you can go ahead and tap in to the Mercury retrograde reading to find out how Spirit would like you to reconfigure your life so that we can advance forward in the best way possible. If you are interested, the link is the very first one in the description box. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to message me through the site and I will get back with you as soon as possible. If you couldn't tell, I took a little mini vacation, a little mini break, and it was well needed so that I could come back refreshed, rejuvenated, and with new energy and new gems to drop on the channel. But while I was on my mini vacation, my mini break, I did upload onto my other channels, my personal channel and spiritual channel. I'll leave those links down below. There's another pick a card for the month of October, and there's also personal videos about my hair and my glasses. If you're interested, again, the links are in the description box. Now, today's video is super duper exciting because we are talking about our favorite topic, and that is perception and how people view us. Part one is how men and women view you. This is no matter how you classify your gender or anything like that, okay? This reading can pertain to you and let you know how people view you. We're always curious, although at the end of the day, how you perceive yourself is what is most important. And part two is how the angels view you and any message that they want to come through with for you. So if you enjoy this topic, be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below if it resonates with you. But before we get into the pick a card portion, I would like to shout out Mindful Souls. Mindful Souls is a monthly subscription box, and if you're not familiar, I highly recommend getting familiarized and doing a little research to see if this is for you. Back when I was in college, I had a professor to tell the entire class it's very important to be subscribed to some sort of monthly. She was speaking of magazines or monthly subscriptions or anything that brings you joy every single month. And that statement never made sense to me until I graduated college years later. That statement came to me because it's like a little surprise in the mail. And sometimes it comes right when you need it, when you're feeling really low or when you're feeling really high and you want to feel even higher just because the vibes are flowing. And when I tell you, when I received my Mindful Souls box, I opened it and the energy that rushed onto me was so beautiful, so crisp, so clear, and so clean that I had to tell you guys about it. I do have a 20% off code if you would like to use it. MS_Tay gang. Yes, I use it, Tay gang, because it's just for you. So I will leave that linked down below, but let's go ahead and take a little glimpse into the monthly subscription box before we hop into our pick a card reading. Mindful Souls, I had to share this. Oh, the flames are excited. I had to share this subscription box with the Mindful Souls of this channel. As I said, I am taking the advice of one of my great professors that suggested always having some sort of magazine or monthly subscription box that brings you joy, something to surprise you, something to bring good vibes to you when you least expect it. So let's go ahead and crack open this box right now. So as soon as you open the box, you are greeted by a beautiful card, the back of it Mindful Souls, and on this side, opposite the logo, it tells you everything that your box holds for you and all the beautiful details. You can expect to be gifted jewelry, crystals, pens, stickers, all things beautiful, natural, mindful, and healing. As if the box needed to be any cuter, there is an affirmation card here. This affirmation of ease says, "It's all about keeping it simple and doing it well. And that's what I do, easily and routinely." Again, if you are interested, there is a Tay Gang link down below. I am going to pull what I thought was very interesting because I personally have not used this before. And it's red smudge sage. I love how natural it looks. You can tell that it is natural, quite literally. Because sometimes in the spiritual community, we can be fooled by some aesthetically pleasing things, but aesthetically pleasing doesn't always equate to being natural and real. But this is just about cleansing your space before any spiritual routines or rituals are completed. And I'm going to pick one random little baggie, but I would like to point out, first of all, these cute stickers, as well as these little baggies that each individual item comes in. These bags are reusable, which is eco-friendly, which is something that I think is super important. So my intuitive tingle senses are drawing me to this bag. In this Mindful Souls bag, I feel like this is the crystal. Yeah, it is. So this is green quartz. I can feel the energy from the stone, and again, it feels absolutely amazing. I promise you, when you open your box, you're gonna feel the rush of good vibes that I was talking about, and I highly, highly, highly recommend. So just for the sake of the video, I'm going to read about this crystal. It says, evoke your inner wisdom, harmony, and creativity with the support of this precious green quartz stone. Its greatness is best revealed when carried, so put it in your pocket or purse. Have it by your side throughout the day and allow the soothing and peaceful vibrance to stabilize the negative and positive energies and uplift you from within. I feel like that honk was just confirmation. And I love this. Please note, it's important to cleanse and energize your crystals as soon as you obtain them. I highly recommend cleansing everything that you ever receive, whether it's spiritual or not spiritual. Cleanse everything so that it is graced with your energy and energy that is best suited for you. So I'm going to proceed by cleansing everything that I have received and just showing it some love. And I hope that you guys are feeling really motivated to check out the subscription box because they have a great mission here. And again, the vibes are there as soon as you open the box. I really do want to find the tiger's eye necklace and show it to you guys because I'm feeling really drawn to that as well. So I will share that with you too. I know I said I wouldn't share everything, but I'm going to. We have the Good Vibes pen, absolutely adorable. I love sticking pins like this on my jean jackets, so that's definitely up next. I was super excited for this too. I believe it's pronounced green chalcedony bracelet, but don't quote me on that one. Everything is safe and secure here. Here she is, beautiful, absolutely beautiful necklace, tiger's eye. So it appears that I was given 2 here, and I'm going to figure out how I want to style it, but let me show you. As you can tell from this image, it's more of a loop, kind of a drop necklace that I think is super unique, which I am in love with already. I already know that this is going to go in my car, right on the mirror. Look at how beautiful that is. Such beautiful vibes. Even before I cleanse the things, everything is beautiful, everything is welcoming. And here you are, one more time, mindful souls, if you need to be reminded, and all that was included here. Thank you so much to Mindful Souls for considering the Tay Gang and giving us our very own 20% off code. So be sure you click the link down below so that you can get access to your monthly surprises. Now, let's go ahead and get into the pick a card. Hello and good vibes to you. Here are your 4 groups. Number 1, we have Pyrite paired with the Mystic Mondays Tarot. We have Amethyst paired with the Animal Oracle. We have Clear Quartz paired with the Astral OG deck. And we have Smoky Quartz Point Tower. Tower is coming through right now. Tower is the emphasis here. There's a lot of strong energy coming from here. And the Energy Oracle. Feel free to pause the screen if needed to make your selections. And this is part 1, how do men and women view you? And then don't forget to head on over to part 2 to find out, how do the angels view you? How do they see you? Now, let's go ahead and get started. I'm trying to give you guys all angles. All right. Feel free to pause the screen if needed. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so group number 1. If you selected Pyrite, then this is your reading. And I'm laughing a bit because I'm hearing the terrible 2s for you guys. And it's making me think of the terrible 2s is talking about, you know, bratty kids that are becoming more physically active. They're into everything, okay? They're questioning everything. They're starting to talk back. They're asking why, you know? But I'm also getting this energy of something about partnerships for you guys. I feel like either you are the loner type or you are just very selective on who you unite with, who you consider a friend, who you communicate with, okay? Pyrite, Fool's Gold, you know your value and you don't entertain anyone that you don't see that equates to your value. The Magician here. Now, this is not to say that you are stuck up or anything like that. It's not anything like that at all. It's just I'm hearing manipulation with the Magician coming through here. It's definitely letting me know that you've had your fair share of experiences with people trying to manipulate you. Yeah, the Hanged Man. People trying to control your mind in the way that you function, in the way that you move. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. How do men view you? That's what we're going to do first. Okay, so okay, so this is the men aspect. How men view you, my group number 1s. If you are a feminine watching this, like you classify as a feminine energy, whether you are actually a woman or not, no matter what you classify as, I'm seeing that men view you as someone who does not take no for an answer. I'm also getting this energy of someone who gets their way no matter what. Look at that. Okay, the Empress just came out here, even though this is for your feminine aspects, how women view you. But let's just go ahead and flip this over. Wow. Whew, this is what I'm talking about. All right, so the top 3 cards are how men view you. The bottom 3 are how women view you. So men are intimidated by you. They, quite frankly, I'm seeing that toxic masculine energies cannot stand you. I'm going to be quite frank with you, because they don't like how much personal power you possess. They feel like you have a very masculine dominating energy that dominates over their own energy, and it intimidates them. While the women view you as someone who is worth looking up to, someone who is worthwhile, someone who is worth their time, someone who, I'm picking up Rihanna energy here. Okay, quite frankly, I'm picking up Rihanna. A feminine energy that takes no BS, that stands in her power, will tell you yes, no, or whatever. She will tell you whatever she's feeling because she's feeling it, and no one has any control over this person. So I am picking up this group right here. No matter what you classify as, you have dominant feminine energy. And this is intimidating and just quite frankly belittling to imbalanced masculine energies, which I'm seeing you come across a lot of imbalanced masculine energies, because most masculine energies within this world are imbalanced. So men are intimidated by you. They, quite frankly, look, like, I'm really hearing like there's some men that just straight up don't like you because of your power, because you make them feel small. That's not your problem at all. Okay. What else am I picking up here? I'm seeing that women really look up to you. Just as I was talking about Rihanna, okay? There's this line by J. Cole that's coming to me. Like Rihanna drop a new Fenty. How anything that Rihanna does, people are on it. People are into it. They want to know what's going on, this, that, and the third. Again, because the Empress came out here, you are in your power. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the moon, okay? And there is this deep connection that people feel to you. And for some people, this is a positive connection. Most specifically women, this is a positive, deep connection that they feel. Okay, we have the Lovers that came out with the Empress and the Two of Pentacles. Women view you as the type to look to for inspiration, to go to for guidance. All right. And as far as the connection with the men, the thing is what I'm seeing is that, again, you might come across a lot of toxic masculine energies. Okay, we have the Magician, the Hanged Man. Well, actually, in this case, it's the Hanged Woman. That's what I'm saying. It's like these cards that are coming out here are usually depicted as masculine energies, but they're actually feminine for you. We have the Magician with the Hanged Woman, and then we have the World card here. You come into most of the masculines in your life, you come to them as a humbling experience, okay, to show them that maybe they're not in control, maybe they don't know what's best. Maybe a woman can do what is right. Okay, I'm just getting this energy of like you coming across a lot of masculine energies that are just like, oh yeah, women are emotional. Like I'm picking up like that disgusting masculine energy that's like, yeah, women can't be president because when they're on their periods they're gonna start a war. Okay, well, men don't even get periods and they start wars. So what are you talking about? You know, like that's the kind of masculinity that's coming through right now. And this is what you trigger within them. The moon is coming out here because you trigger men to feel even more insecure. Honestly, it triggers them in the wrong way, even though it's meant to trigger them to think higher, to think more positive of women and feminine energies, and especially women in power. There's something that you do or some sort of power that you have. This doesn't mean that you have to be like some ruler of the nations or the lands or anything like that. But I'm just saying that you rule over your life, your world, your lands, and you don't let the masculine energies come into your life and try to detour you. All right. So with the moon here, again, you are used as a trigger for a lot of men and women here. So you trigger the men in a sense that it makes them angry that a woman is in power, that a feminine energy is so dominant. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Cry me a freaking river. While the feminine energies, the women, you trigger them in a positive way to look to you for inspiration, to almost emulate you. Okay, so you might have a lot of women that come to you or look up to you in some way, shape, or form, and they want to befriend you. They want to bring you gifts. Okay, they want to work with you. They want to hear your 2 cents. People really care. Women really care about your 2 cents in a situation. I feel like a lot of your feminine friends, the women that you're friends with, come to you for advice, most specifically in relationships, but more so about their very own place in their relationships, because they don't want to feel small within their connections. All right. So I hope I was able to verbalize that in a way that was comprehensible. All right. But let's just say that men and women view you from a triggered standpoint. And for some people, these triggers are positive. For others, not so much. But at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you can't control how anyone feels about that. All right, so let's go ahead and fix my cards, because this card just came in and bulldozed all that, which I feel like is going to tell us a lot about you. Okay, so I'm hearing men, and I'm going to get another one for the feminine. That's too many. One more. Okay. I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. So the feminine one wants, oh, bitch. What I said. You trigger women to reappraise themselves. Okay. Skunk spirit, know your worth. I feel like it's kind of dark. Is it? Is it kind of dark? Okay. That's a little bit better. Skunk spirit, know your worth. The number 54. Where do I stand in my relationships, in my connections, in my home? I want to change the way that I am standing. Like, I want to change my footing in my connections. This is how women view you, as the type of person that can tell them or guide them into how they should be working or how they should be connecting with people. Okay, this is exactly it. Women view you as someone who triggers them to go within and find what it is that hurt them, what stopped them from loving themselves, what stopped them from going after the things that they want, what stopped them from speaking up. The masculine energies. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. This is what I'm talking about. So for the masculine energies that are receptive and open to spiritual guidance and hints and tips and tricks and signs and synchronicities through the universe, they come into contact with you and they're like, dang, maybe I should stop thinking that women are beneath me. Maybe I should stop thinking that women are this. But for some people, it just triggers them to go even harder in the paint for their disgusting ways of viewing women. Okay, this is patriarchy at its finest here, where men rule all and men this, men that, men, and women are supposed to be subjective and just obedient to everything that they say and do. Okay, this is the energy that's coming through, and I would like to point out at the bottom of the deck for you is the flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. All right, so I'm also picking up that you have a very balanced energy. This is why I really feel like of course a lot of women watch this channel, but I'm picking up this group right here, most specifically, attracted a lot of feminine energies, a lot of women that resonate as being a woman and resonate with being the empress, okay? That resonate with birthing new concepts and being in new ways and just living out loud. And because you are like this, a woman that lives out loud is a woman that is balanced. That's what they're talking about with the flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. I'm literally picturing a flamingo who is standing on one leg, looking graceful. Like, we look at flamingos like, how is that comfortable for you? But we know to just stay in our place because we're not a flamingo. All right. I would like to also point out that both of the animal spirits that came out here are burrowing kind of animals, grounded animals, like a skunk and a groundhog. I think earthy, I think dirt, I think Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm also hearing Scorpio. I don't know why I'm hearing this word, but I'm hearing ecclesiastic. Is that some sort of religion or something? I feel like that's no, that's isn't that a chapter in the Bible? Ecclesiastes? I never know how to pronounce that word. Oh my gosh. Okay. If I can remember to put it up on the screen, I most definitely will. Ecclesiastes. Lord. Oh gosh. Okay. I know my pastor is just shaking his head. My pastor of the past. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move forward with this reading. How do men and women view this group? The first card that comes out is going to be about the men. The second one will be the women. And you know what? That's another thing too, is like this group, it's standing out to me that I'm putting the men first over the women. Like, I mean, it didn't mean anything, but it's meaning something here. Men, thoughts, Mercury. Okay, this is what I'm referring to. Men feel like you think too much as a feminine energy, like you think too big, okay? And Mercury also rules Gemini and Virgo, which Virgo is a sign that I did mention here. But I am seeing that you do have the power to soften the receptive masculine energies, which is what is coming through now. It takes a while for the masculine energies to warm up to you, or for them to open up to what you are brought into their life for. And sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they're just triggered and angry, but sometimes they are triggered and ready to change. Okay, so wow, when I'm hearing softening the blow, it's something that you do or say, or the way that you move or something, that definitely softens up the masculine energies that come towards you with this toxicity. And I was really hot at the beginning of this reading, and now I'm feeling myself cool down, which is telling me like you really make men's blood boil because of how empowered and how intelligent and how outspoken and transformative and forward thinking you are. It pisses some people off, quite frankly. Now, women, we have fourth house, welcome, talking about the home. Okay, so this is Cancerian energy. So you do most definitely make a lot of women feel at home. For some of you, I am picking up this sense of like mothering, or even, how do I describe this? Like, I'm picking up on someone who may like foster children, most specifically girls, or just someone who works really well with children, but most specifically little girls. Okay, and we have Jupiter, abundance at the bottom of the deck here. Both masculine and feminine energies view you as, I'm saying energies, but really I'm talking about men and women, but whatever. They view you as expansive, abundant, intelligent, well thought out, deep, analytical. Okay, there's also a lot of Piscean energy coming through here as well with abundance and Jupiter. That refers to Sagittarius and Pisces. Again, expansive. Someone who thinks so deep that it allows them to expand beyond what they once knew. This is also how you trigger men and women. How they view you is someone who really makes them see things in a whole new light. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull your last two cards. And we have all tied up at the bottom of the deck to close out your reading, and that is definitely referring to you, because what I'm getting is like that's you saying, oh, little old me, making you feel that way. Like there's this smugness about you, especially when you trigger the masculine energies. Like there's something that you have overcome in your life that makes you realize how triggered men that align with patriarchy view you, and you are very smug about making them angry. Okay, so mission accomplished for you. All right, so last card, how do men view you? Angel of love. But remember, I was talking about that softening the blow. Okay, so for the men that are receptive to spiritual guidance, signs, synchronicities, and who are open to spiritual development, men that are open to change, you really crack open their heart chakra. You make them feel things that they've never felt before. You make them say things that they've never said before. You make them see women as angels, essentially, or as love goddesses. Okay, like angels sent down to tame the beast within them, if you will. Okay, whether this is with direct contact with them, or this could simply just be them observing you, or how you make them view other women. Okay, you really shift the way that men view women, especially men that were quite frankly assholes. All right, you transform them into the divine masculine. You are that stepping stone towards the divine masculine. All right. And then for women, look at this. Indecision, the number 8. Okay, so that's another thing too. For the women, I am seeing that you can trigger some women into just being jealous. All right, I'm seeing like it's a two-way street. Either they love you or they hate you. Okay, but even when they hate you, it's out of a place where they want to be like you, and they really truly feel like the women that like you. But instead of viewing you as a source of inspiration, they view you as competition. Okay, so this is how men and women view you. What a roller coaster of a ride this was, but this is how men and women view you. Don't forget to head on over to part 2 to find out how your angels view you and any messages that they may have for you. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. Thank you for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. I hope that this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to keep you going. If you would like to book a personal reading, very first link in the description box to make that happen. Okay, I was tongue-tied and twisted right there. And if you enjoyed this video enough, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to leave a monetary donation, we do have a tip jar in the description box. Thank you. Always appreciated, never required. But let's go ahead and get into the next group, and you head on over to part 2. Group number 1. Whose feelings y'all be hurting? Somebody is hurt. Group number 1, Amethyst. I'm getting like someone feels like they lost something. Someone feels like they lost out on something. Okay, so I'm getting you expressing your truth or an idea or something, or someone expressing their truth or their idea to you, and they really want your approval. There's something about people seeking your approval above all. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards at the top for how women view you, 3 cards at the bottom for how men view you. 3 cards for how women view my group number 2s. We have Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Okay. What do I have to lose is what's coming through here. That's the very first thing that came out. What do I have to lose? One more. All right. And then Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. See, that's what I'm saying, is like it's almost as if they go in with like this, okay, I'm gonna go for it, and then they get shot down. Something about getting shot down for the women is coming through here. No matter if you are masculine or feminine. Oh, okay. For some, this is, for some of you, if you are feminine, you identify as feminine, this could be other women thinking that you like women, and then they find out that you don't, and they're like, dang, you know? Okay, and then we have men coming out first with reclaim your power, the Panther spirit. Yeah, and now the men feel like they're winning here, okay? Okay, so this is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you what's coming out here. Women feel like they win when they think that you like women. If you are a woman is what I'm talking about here. If you're a masculine, take it as the complete opposite. But then the men feel like, oh, she don't like women, so I'm winning. Okay, like it's something about that. You are never alone, otter spirit. Look at how it's in the shape of a heart. And let's get one more for the how do men view you. Mouse, oh gosh, mouse spirit tend to the small things, but then the men get shot down too. Okay, all right, so let's just say that it's not easy to impress you. And this is coming from both sides. Both sides. But there's this overall energy. I don't know why, but the men and women, the readings are aligning. Okay, they're aligning in the sense that they feel empowered to approach you at first. Like they're feeling bold. Okay, but women though, I'm not gonna lie. The women, it takes a while for them to feel bold enough. But the men are like I got this in the bag. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. Like this is how they hype themselves up. But women are like, you know what? I think I can do this. I can do this. Like, what do I have to lose? Okay, and then we move a step forward into both. And then the women are like, okay, I can do this. Like I could do this. They're getting their breath together, all right? And then the masculine energies are falling head over heels in love. Like I feel like the men, they're in connection with you. They think that things are going well. And then boom, the masculine gets shot down because you tell them in these words or other words that they just there's something missing, there's not enough, there's something not good enough here. Not saying that this person isn't good enough, not saying that the men aren't good enough, but just saying that you know what you want, and if they come to you and they don't align with that, then it's donezo. All right. And now coming back up to the women, it's like the women go on this journey of, okay, what do I have to lose? Okay, like, yeah, I could do this. Breathe in, breathe out, and then take a time out. And they're like, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. What is going on here? Okay, we have Moss Spirit Surrender now. Yeah, you are spiritually attuned, and I'm seeing that it is highly influential in the connections that you have with people. Let me go ahead and get some clarifiers because there are some, what's the word here? Some unclear messages coming through, messages that are not your everyday message. So let's go ahead. Women, mystery, boom, that's what I'm saying. And you make women question their sexuality. That's what it is. All right. Okay. And then the masculine just fell on the floor. Let me see. All right. And the men, 12th house, subconscious. Dang. Okay. You knock people off of their high horse unintentionally. All right. Purple crown chakra, royalty. You think highly of yourself. You're in high realms. You're doing this, that, and the third. You're balling. I would also like to point out 444 and 2449. There's a lot of fours, but I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fours. All right. And then we have Jupiter abundance at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So let's see here. The feminine energy, women are confused by you. They're confused by your wisdom, your depth. I'm hearing your airiness. I'm also hearing the word arrogance. Okay, so it's like, oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm also seeing this energy. Remember I was talking about the woman's like, oh, what do I have to lose? And they're like breathing in and out, like, I got this. And then take a time out. It all comes to a stagnant place because you question their validity, their true intentions. You have this tendency to see right through people. Emphasis on Neptune. I would like to point out that all Piscean energy came out here. We have Neptune in the 12th house, talking about the subconscious, talking about mystery, talking about Pisces, talking about depth, and then I talk about spirituality. If you don't feel a spiritual connection with people, you toss them out, cut them off. You do all of that. Like, that's why the number 4 keeps coming out here. 4 is a highly spiritual number, spiritual protection. People are confused as to why they can't get to you. When I tell you, the men and the women, their feelings are aligned here. Remember, I told you that there's a parallel. Like, everything, they feel the exact same. And Spirit confirmed that for me with Neptune coming out with 12th house. It's literally all the same energy. Is how people are triggered by your spiritual connections, and they start to question themselves, or they start to take a deeper dive for themselves. So you trigger both men and women to take a deeper dive into the self and their subconscious, and reconfiguring the way that they view life, the way that they view people, the way that they view themselves. This is very interesting that both are literally parallel. I love this though, and I love that Spirit confirmed for me, because hey, I'm human and I need confirmation too. But we literally have Neptune and Neptune, all Pisces, coming out here, talking about your spirituality. Let's get a card for the feminine. We have adjacent possibilities. Okay, adjacent possibilities coming out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You turn topsy-turvy. You make things appear upside down and right side up and left and right. It's just confusion. Exactly. Confusion, mystery, depth. It's like, they're like, how does this person have this impact on me? And then we have hostilities coming out for the masculine energy. Okay, so the women take it and they allow it to expand them. They allow it to enlighten them. The men take it as a battle, a challenge. Oh God. Yeah. They take it as a challenge. Okay. Yeah. Cornucopia, to access your abundance, your wealth, your prosperity. Okay. I'm hearing your trinity of me, myself, and I. There's a trinity here of me, myself, and I. And again, trinity triangles represent connection to spirit, okay? That's why the pyramids were in the shape of that, quite literally, because it's all about the spiritual divine connection coming down to you, all right? So let's go ahead and get some closing cards for you guys. This is very interesting to find out that men and women view you in the exact same way, but it results in something completely different. So let's talk about the feminine energies. Let's get 2 for each. Okay, feminine, we look at that, the 4 of Swords. Make them think, make them think, make them think. Okay, look at that, the 10 of Cups. Make them think about what really makes them happy. Make them think about what it is that they really want. Make them rethink what they once thought was for them. Okay, emphasis on more Pisces, but oh, my bad. I'm also getting Sagittarius is coming through right here too. Sagittarius for the feminine energy. So again, expansion. Pisces. Didn't I already talk about? Yeah, Sagittarius and Pisces is represented by Jupiter. So you trigger the women that come into contact with you to think higher thoughts, to reconsider and reevaluate what they once thought made them happy here. And for the masculine energies, we have the 9 of Pentacles coming out here. Yeah, they want to challenge your singleness or whatever. Like this. Okay, so take it as it resonates, but whether you're feminine or masculine, the masculine energies come towards you and they take it as a challenge. Okay, even if they are a woman, they take it as a challenge. Okay, look at that, the Wheel of Fortune, to try to change your mind. Okay, so this is how the feminine women that come towards you feel and what it leads to, and this is how the men masculine energies come towards you and how it makes them feel, and the urges and the tendencies that they move towards. So let me just say that toxic masculinity is definitely coming through here. It's similar to the last group, but almost in the opposite way, because you trigger them and it makes them toxic, but not saying that it's not your fault. It's literally just them. It's something that they have to work with. 12th house is in their subconscious. You really trigger people's subconscious to really reconsider and reconfigure things. So bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles, intelligence, worthiness, wisdom, all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading right here. This is very interesting. Let me know if this resonated for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to head on over to part 2 to find out how your angels feel about you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be a reader. I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to you. Don't forget to head on over to part 2 and I'll get into the next group. Group number 3, if you selected this clear quartz, then this is your reading. And I'm hearing all things do turn out for your good. All right, so there's this sense of quite literal clarity, honesty. You have this way of giving people the power to go on. Let's go ahead and see how men and women view you. We're going to pull 3 cards across the top for men, 3 cards across the bottom for women. 3 cards for how do men view my group number 3s. I don't know why, but I'm hearing like I was trying to say guru. I don't know why, but I'm getting beauty. Beauty is coming out first. Okay, there's a sense of people trying to hide or play shy. You might have a lot of secret admirers, men specifically. I'm getting like quite literally might send you flowers, cards, jewelry, just secret admirers. Okay. I don't know. It's like this energy of the men don't feel the need to be recognized or praised for what they do. They just want to give. Okay, you make men want to just give anonymously, or even with you knowing exactly who they are, but they just want to give. You ignite the giver in men. Okay. Whoa, look at the bottom of the deck, guys. I can't make this up. You make people want to give. Okay, there could be like, you might get anonymous, like, what is it? Like bank deposits, security deposits, anonymous compliments, anonymous gifts. I'm getting like anonymous flowers. Okay, but I am seeing that. And if it hasn't occurred yet, it most definitely will. But that's why the cards came out really quiet and silent. I'm hearing ladies first. Ladies first. Okay, so these masculine energies that are attracted to you are very old school in the sense that they believe in, what's the term? Courting a woman, like really respecting her, getting to know her, giving her all that she's deserved, okay? That she's deserving of. So let's get into the women first. All right, there's this sense of quiet coming through here as well. I'm going to pull the cards for the women. Pulling the card. Ooh, okay. So the very first card that wants to fly out is Gemini, okay? So, and I feel like this is like a surprising communication, like a surprising message, or again, like a surprise. Like, I don't know, like there's this energy of like, there's this emphasis on secrecy. Okay, let me get one more. There's a little eyelash on that, so it could be good luck. Yeah, like a message of good luck, symbolism. All right, let's get one more for the feminine. Okay, second house, this is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, I'm even getting this message of like, you getting a communication of, yeah, someone donated this in your name. Like, it's almost as if like someone's giving you a car, a truck or something like that. But why is it still coming through? Oh, okay. So for some, it's, like you might attract married couples, but the seventh house is coming out here. Like they might want to give to you, but it might be the woman that does most of the talking here. It's like a pair, a man and a woman are coming to me right now, and they are expressing their respect for you, their gratitude for you in monetary form. Wow, why is this coming through? How do women view my, look at this, and mystery coming out here, mystery. How do women view my group? Number threes. Okay, so we have Neptune with mystery, yeah, and imagination, and then we have knowledgeable and career. Okay, so women, number one, view you as someone who is going to keep their secrets, someone who they can tell anything to, someone who won't make them feel bad for who they are, and someone who, like, it's almost like this energy of someone they can pay to keep their secrets. Even if they don't pay you in like money, they could pay you in I don't know, like friendship and love, and however people show gratuity, like giving gifts. Okay, like there's just like I pointed at the crystals because I'm gifted crystals. It could be even things of this nature, big or small, but for some of you, like it's even a house. Okay, like it's just being gifted things. Okay, so women view you as a type that can be trusted, someone who is a hard worker. I'm seeing like this secretary kind of energy here. Like people think highly of you. Women think highly of you. Like there's a mystery. They think highly of you. They think you're intelligent. They view you as if you're on their level. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Like, wow, wow. Okay, just getting really good vibes here. Just expect good news, okay? Whenever this good news is meant to come to you, it's meant to come to you. But I'm just getting this message of like you're going to be like taken back by someone's respect for you or love for you, or you're going to be taken back by the value of a gift that someone gives to you if it hasn't occurred already. But that is just coming through so strong, like spirit won't even let me ignore it. Masculine energies, we have discipline coming out with Saturn. All right, okay, so yeah, dominating energy, yeah, opposition. Okay, opposition with confrontation. I'm almost getting like this energy of the masculine energies might try to like start an argument with you just to be able to like, not even like a full-blown argument though, like a heated debate, okay, something like that. Just to like see like what you will say, like just to push your buttons. I'm here pushing up my buttons, baby. Like they want to push your buttons. All right, and then we have the eighth house transform. They want to see your dark side. Yeah, like that is that kind of energy coming through here. Like they want to see the other side of you. Men, there's something about your energy that makes them want to be a bit stubborn. They want to like kind of push your buttons. They want to get on your nerves. They want to test your patience. They want to test your intelligence. They like to test you because it turns them on. Quite honestly, I gotta say it. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue on. And of course, no matter the gender that you identify with, these are masculine, like men, literally. And this is women, okay? But if you feel like it's swapped, then take it as that. But let's go ahead and continue on into this reading. Let's get a clarifier for how do men view you and how do women view you. Let's get one for the men. One for men. This one wants to come out. Ugh, they're like, don't. I almost flipped it over. They're like, don't tell them. All right, the women. Look, and ladies just came right out. And look, financial constraints. What did I tell you? Women, but people in general just genuinely want to give to you. Like they naturally want to give, okay? But I'm also seeing that the men might try to like push your buttons before they give it. Like that's what it is. Like they'll pay you for your time. Like, you know what? I was a jerk, I was an asshole, I was this, I was that. I'm gonna pay you for your time. But for the women, it's like, wow, just a friend, like that thing that they were missing, you provided, okay? Like it's literally material goods here with financial constraints, like literally saying that it's covered. Whatever is missing is covered, okay? I'm also seeing that women view you as a type, like if it's not the women specifically giving, now I'm coming down from that energy. When I tell you guys, spirit had me in like a trance of telling me like they need to hear this message right here. I feel like you guys are going to receive a gift from someone or something, and it's going to be really like out of the box, if you will, like an overflow. an abundance of an overflow, spirit was like putting me in a trance, like telling me I had to make this message come out. And so now I can move forward to say that women view you as someone who is provided for, someone who keeps secrets, someone who is like highly sought after. You're thought of in high places. Okay, now the masculine energy coming out, we have all tied up. Yeah, I was picking that up. Yeah, okay, so let's also talk about this too. Very clear, very obvious, and very blatant that the masculine energies, the men, discipline, opposition, confrontation, transformation, eighth house, like Scorpio, darker thoughts. They want to do dirty, nasty things, all tied up. Like I'm not gonna spell it out, BDSM, even though I just spelled it out, literally. But like that's what I'm saying. Door to personal healing and happiness at the bottom of the deck here. But people feel like you are some sort of like key, like piece to the puzzle or the key to the door that they've been needing. I would like to point out at the bottom of the deck for you, we have the seventh house and partnerships with the number 34 with the door to personal healing and happiness. You are the missing piece of their puzzle, the pair. Like you are what they were looking for, okay? Or you have what they're looking for. You like whether this is like whether they're talking about you have what they're looking for, or if they're feeling like, how else can this be described? Like, or you could provide what they're looking for. Like, if it's not about you directly, it's like you have what it takes. All right, let's go ahead and add to the women's. How do women view my group number threes? Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Didn't I talk about like your work ethic? And I'm seeing that if you're not into like therapy or just like listening to people's secrets or something like that, that is an option for you for sure here. But also you're just like a good listener, okay? And also whatever the craft is that you do, like what I'm hearing, the craft that you I'm hearing have perfected and are perfecting each and every day. People, women specifically, admire you for this, okay? The Five of Cups and the Hierophant. Yeah, like this is the masculine energy coming out here. They really like to test your patience and test your mental capacity and abilities. Okay, dang, all these cards came flipping over. Look at that Death card, Scorpio energy coming out again. So a lot of those darker thoughts for the masculine. Look at this Judgment with the Tower. This is, I'm hearing literally drop dead sexy, drop dead gorgeous, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's what's coming through. I'm hearing this is from both sides, but I'm also seeing someone who has like dark hair, dark eyes, whether it's your eyeliner or something like, or like the shadows around your eyes, but it's the mystery, quite literally mystery. There we go. We had Neptune to come out with mystery, Pisces, and then we have the eighth house being represented with Scorpio, and we had the Death card to come out earlier too. So it's quite obvious that it's your depth, your darkness, your mystery that triggers other people's depth, dark, mystery, and the Hierophant. Like, it's just really highly thought of. This card wants to talk to you at the bottom of the deck, and it's the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, and I just see that as someone who's kind of like, again, yeah, focused on their craft. Exactly. Focus on the craft, and then overcoming it, dominating it, like in that rank, like you are top dog here, okay? Like you work to become the greatest, all right? This is, what is this? I'm getting like conflicting energy, not like conflicting in a negative way, but just like something, it's something about the masculine energy, like the men, the way that they view, there's something, what is this? I can't put my finger on it. Okay, I feel like that means I'm supposed to pull a card. What is, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I can't put my finger on it, all tied up, the Hierophant. I can't put a finger on why this person has a hold on me. Yup. Okay, let's go ahead and get closing cards for the feminine. We have Otter Spirit, you are never alone. See, this is what I'm talking about. The feminine energies want to just like pay you to be around them all the time. Like they want to pay you to be their best friend. While the masculine energies, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. The masculine energy quite literally wants to give to you, but first they gotta yank your collar. You know, like you might really get that. Like you might get like tips or whatever. Like I just see like a server or something who like is dealing with some difficult customers or just whatever the case may be, party, and at the end of it all, they're just like, oh yeah, I was just yanking your collar, and they give you like $1,000 tip, you know, like it's something insane like that. Okay, and then we have Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race, number 62. Okay, and also you just come across as this person who just kind of stays in their lane. Like you're just really doing your own thing, not really trying to, you don't see anybody as competition because you're only competing with yourself. Okay, so I could go on and on here. I absolutely adore this reading, and I hope you do too. If you enjoyed this video enough, give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to leave a monetary donation, there is a virtual tip jar in the description box. Always appreciated, never required. Thank you in advance. I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, and most importantly, truth and motivation to you. And thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. But I could go on and on, but without further ado, you check out group number 2 to find out how the angels view you, and I'm going to get into the next group. Group number 4, this smoky quartz tower. This crystal is so fitting for you because what I'm picking up here is I keep hearing this channeled message that the way that you express your innermost truths, your heart's deepest desires is astonishing. It's just people, I'm getting this energy of you being an anomaly. Yeah, like you really, you get people worked up, but in a good way. Like, in the sense of you make them see the world differently because you see the world so differently. Yeah, now I'm getting this energy of 8 or the infinity sign. Could be relevant to you, okay? Like the 8th month, the 8th day, the 8th week, okay, the 8th year, okay, something. For some of you, that's a teacher. Like your 8th grade teacher is standing out here. Not that they, maybe, okay, that could be it. Like something about like a teacher that has seen the way that you express yourself, and their message is coming through right now. But let's just go ahead and get into how do men and women view you. And that definitely was a masculine energy that I was just talking about here. I'm seeing this energy of an eye, like this. I'm seeing an eye. Okay, now it's looking like a laughing face. I'm getting this energy of a laughing clown. I feel like these are channeled messages more than anything to clarify that you are in the right place. Okay, I'm also seeing a music note and the number 7. Okay, 32. For some of you, you're 32 years old clicking onto this video. Okay, some of you are listening to Ludacris or were listening to Ludacris. Okay, or you just recently used the word ludicrous. All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna see how do women, 3 cards at the top, and men, 3 cards at the bottom, view you. Let's go ahead and hop in. How do women view my group number 4s? First of all, we have the crown chakra. Makes complete sense. All those downloads I was just getting, that's what I'm saying. We were talking about the way that you express your innermost truths, your heart's desires. Look at this, 2nd chakra, your creativity. Come on now. Women are floored with your creativity, the way that you express yourself. All right, wow, beautiful energy coming through right now. I absolutely adore this. Okay, look, the temple path. I was just about to start talking about how holy and infinite this energy was feeling. The temple path. You have, like, okay, so women view you as having like the most beautiful soul when it comes to expressing your innermost truths. Whether for some of you, this is, I'm hearing singing, acting. I'm hearing like a vocalist. Okay, I'm even hearing a yodelist. I don't even know if that's a thing, but like if that's a term, but yodeling is coming through here. But oh my gosh, when I tell you the heart chakra, the releases, women view you as someone who sees them for who they are, sees them for where they come from, and doesn't judge them. You understand them. You want to help them. I'm hearing you complete them. You complete their innermost thoughts, their innermost dialect. When God sends you a message and you're trying to translate it into the 3D, you might be that missing piece of the puzzle that they needed to translate this message from their soul. So you could even be a painter, a writer, a tarot reader. You could do a lot of different things, but you help to give people that last bit of creative juice that they needed to flow. Okay, for some people, I'm seeing like this, like a witch's grimoire, like where they write their spells, their rituals, their ideas. Okay, wow. I hope that the grass cutting in the background isn't too distracting, but let's go ahead and get further into this. How do men view? These two cards literally came out the first time. I glanced at them when I think it was the second chakra card had fell out over here, and these two fell down here. I glanced at them, put them away, and they're coming right back out. Adjacent possibilities, financial constraints, okay? This is telling us how men view you. Okay, let's see. What is this about? All right, we have patience coming out here. I'm going to glance at this and take it into consideration for how do men view you. Look, blossoming abundance. People see you as someone worth investing in. All right, someone whose talent or that idea or the creativity is worth investing in, the time, the money. Someone wants to be your manager in some way, shape, or form here. For some of you, someone wants to help you finish a book, or someone wants to, what is that? What am I seeing here? What is this? I don't know, someone wants to help you open something. Someone wants to help you find something to put it inside of a bag or a box to hold it away until it's more valuable. Someone wants to invest in you until you can grow into something, okay? This could be talking about a manager. This could be talking about a significant other, okay? But we're talking about how do men view you? An investment, dog. An investment that, look, I'm going to put my money into it now, but look, over time it's going to grow. Ooh, okay, look, strategy. Oh my gosh, planning, always. Wow. The men are coming through like, yo, I would trust this person with my whole wallet, my whole life, my whole this, my whole that. Like, they'll take whatever I give them and flip it. An investment, just give them time. Okay, when I tell you, you make the masculine energies believe in the concept of time. Okay, just because it doesn't pay off immediately doesn't mean that it won't pay off in the end. Okay, damn. Dang, sorry, I'm like really into this reading. I'm not gonna apologize for that, but it's just, there's a lot of emotion and depth coming from here. Okay, wow, the Seven of Swords, exactly. Emotion and depth that you don't see. Feminine energies coming through. The women view you as someone who doesn't see just how clear and concise their messages are. I need Seven of Swords. Can you clarify that? I only wanted one tarot card, but I need two. Three of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. You don't see how much you contribute, how much you help, how much you assist. You don't see how much people celebrate you. You don't see how much people, I'm hearing, need you in some sense. Okay, let's get into the masculine. All right, we have the Hermit and we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. So how come we ain't getting no higher? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah. Okay, so there's a very prominent message coming through here that if you're watching this, there is a masculine energy that is impressed, that is floored with you, that is, wow. They're like, look at this. The Hermit with the Ace of Wands. Talk about igniting a fire. Like, this person's like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's someone who's very serious, someone who thinks very highly of themselves and is not easily impressed, but you easily impressed this man. I'm specifically talking to someone who has a man watching them, okay? Like, this man is like, that's what I'm talking about. That's it. Look, the Hanged Woman here. And okay, so I'm getting like this vision of like a spider spinning a web, and the spider's in this web. In the web that the spider is on, that the spider has manifested, created, is within a big barn, and this barn is huge. It's messy, it's disheveled, there's poop in the corner, there's a lot going on in this barn. I'm seeing there's pigs, I'm hearing frogs, dogs, squirrels. There's so many different animals in this barn, and then the doors are opening up, and outside it's nighttime, but you can see the very prominent stars in the sky standing out, and at the door is this silhouette of a lion. The lion looks past all of the chaos in this barn and spots this spider, this tiny spider, this spider inside of a barn. Ooh, I'm picking up on what is that called where the pigs take over? It's a book that I had to read in high school as well as college. I cannot remember. The pigs were in charge. No, I have to look it up. Animal Farm, yes. Animal Farm, Animal Farm, Animal Farm. This animal style, like, it's so messy in here, but you have made your spot, your corner, your world so beautiful, and that lion is seeing it, observing it, viewing it, appreciating it. Yo. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just saw the coyote spirit. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Feminine energy, feminine energy, feminine energy. Tell me how the women view this group. How do the women view, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't take it all. I can't take it all. I'm gonna do that again. How did the women view this group? How do the women view this group? Okay, I'll take that one. We have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. So this is what you provide for the women. You make them feel like they can overcome any obstacle because of the obstacles that you have in fact overcome. Okay, let's see what else. I keep hearing come on baby, light my fire. Is that Superstar by Lauryn Hill? All right, we have Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. Emphasis on the past energy here, past, and giving things time, and showing that what was doesn't have to be what is, okay, or what is going to be. And what I mean by that is this man, this masculine energy, the men view you as someone who is not defined by their current circumstance here. Look, Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Again, you are this spider in this barn full of chaos and all these animals that are so much bigger than you. They could just sweep you away. They could blow you away in the wind, but you're not worried about it. Look at this. Look. I want to show you this. Look at this tiny little crown on the rhino's horn here. That's what I'm talking about. Is like, it's that tiny little crown that is, it was literally melded just for you spider. What you have built for yourself is beautiful. It's enough, okay? You don't have to do more, all right? Like, this is not saying that you just have to stop living and not grow, but it's like what you do naturally, what you flow into is so perfect that people will come to your level. They will bring you what you need, okay? That's what I like. This, again, this crown was molded for you, just for you. And okay, also a ring. So because this tusk also has something around it, and it's giving me like this energy of a ring on a finger. So like marriage material is coming out, okay? Most specifically on the masculine side, all right? But like on the women's side, I'm seeing like, yes, queen, you know, like, or king, no matter how you resonate, okay? Just take the messages as they come. Let's go ahead and continue on. I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. And I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to you. If you'd like to book a personal reading, very first link in the description box to make that happen. And if you would like to leave a donation, there is a virtual tip jar in the description box that you can access. Always appreciated, never required. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with a friend, and don't forget to head on into part 2 once we finish your reading. We have the showstopper, Leo. Come on, bitch. Come on. Come on. I talked about the lion at the door, okay? The lion at the door of this barn, and showstopper. You're the showstopper. You are stopping the show for this Leo, this lion, these people. Just let the lion be a personification of how people view you, okay? And I'm saying that it's people that have already found their light, okay? So I'm getting this energy of like people that are already like really bright and fiery and shining find inspiration in you, okay? You are to them what they are to others, all right? So your feminine energy, we have Jupiter, all right? So Jupiter talks about expansion, talks about education, talks about good luck, talks about optimism, talks about just shooting for the stars, okay? And there's a lot of beauty in this here. Again, it's in that creativity, the depths within you, okay? It's like that you find the truth in the pit of your second chakra. You find that creative truth in the pit there, and you just let it fly off into the outer realms of space, okay? And yeah, my eyes are being drawn to the word faith, and it just births something beautiful, okay? I'm getting like this energy of like your sacral chakra, something bursts out of it, like you create something, and you have a physical creation manifestation of it, but it energetically gets shot up into the universe, and God's universe is going to do what it's got to do, and it molds and it grows and it clarifies it turns it into something bigger, okay? It's like we're taking what you create and we are making it even more massive, okay? I'm getting like this giant glowing mass of light, and it just looks like there's like stars and galaxies and just everything within it, and it's growing and it's manifesting, it's doing all these things, and then it comes right back to your sacral chakra, and you just get better and better and better over time, all right? Ooh, child, this is beautiful reading. And the masculine. Oh my God. That's what I saw. That's what I was talking about. Guys, come on. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. For giving me my spiritual gifts and giving me the courage to follow through. Thank you. Thank you. Sextile, masculine. Literally, we're talking about potential. Patience. The men are like, give this person time to grow this thing, and bro, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. The very first word on this card literally says talents, and then I'm being brought to creative, encouraging, communicative. Just look, people view you as perfect. Look, I ain't even finna flex. In terms of expression, you are perfection. Ooh, I'm done. I'm out of here. Get out. Go to part 2. I'm done. Bye. Love you. Our 5 groups for how the angels view you. Starting on the left here, we have this agate stone for group number 1. Beautiful. This plume agate, I believe, for group number 2. Group number 3 is moss agate tumble. Okay, I'm just getting familiarized with these stones, so that's why it's taken me a minute. And then we have the first Lemurian quartz for group number 4, and the second Lemurian quartz for group number 5. These came as a pair, but I split them for the purpose of this video. 5 groups from left to right. Feel free to pause the screen if needed. Oh, we got a runner. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. 5 groups. Feel free to pause the screen if needed. I will use angel numbers and signifiers to help you make selections too. Let's go ahead. Group number 1. This agate here, I'm not sure the particular name, but this is your reading on how the angels feel about you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm smiling, I'm getting yellow, I'm getting childlike, a really upbeat heart rate. Okay, so you are super energetic. All right, I'm picking up on fire signs, of course, with that one, but heavy emphasis on the Leo. All right, we have the 9 of Wands, representing the fire signs. It's like you get knocked down 9 times and stand up 10. Okay? Wow. I was only taking 4 cards and they all came out. This card wants to be at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot. Okay. And we have the Queen of Swords. Actually, these want to come out together. The Queen of Swords wants to come out with the Princess of Cups. All right. You are viewed by the angels as a stubborn fella, whether you are masculine or feminine. You are stubborn, but in a good way. You apply it in all the right places. Okay, you're like, okay, I'm hearing you're like the protege. All right, we have the Empress coming out here. You are the spiritual example. All right. Basically, if someone was new to this realm and they needed some guidance, assistance, service, Spirit would energetically point them in the direction of you, because you're exactly what the doctor ordered, what the angels ordered. Heavy emphasis on the feminine energies here, which is funny how I said, like I called you the fella, but it was very clear that it was the feminine energy coming through most here. Hence the Empress, with the Princess of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Wands represented with a clear feminine energy. You are Spirit's definition of a spiritual warrior. Hence why the Chariot was at the bottom of the deck. You are the home front, the home base. You are, again, the spiritual warrior. You're like on the front line in terms of spirit and reality. You bridge the two. You're really good about bridging the two. Let's get an animal oracle. Let's get an animal. Too many, but I just saw the lion, as I talked about Leo earlier. Fire. Let's get one animal oracle. One animal oracle. Everything is looking like this energy of everything is going right. And when it's not, you're not afraid to sit with it. You're not afraid of your own depth, your own darkness. It's like you almost thrive in shadow work. Yeah, like you've learned how to thrive in shadow work. Look at that. As I say, peacock spirit, let it shine. As I said that you thrive in shadow work. You shine so bright in your darkest nights. Wow. Chameleon spirit, look, act as if, look at how this chameleon just look like it don't give a fuck about nothing. It just looks so cool, calm, and collected. Like, but what people really don't even know is that you're falling apart, and your angels are like, child, it couldn't be me. Okay. 7th house, partnerships coming out here. My eyes are being drawn to business partners here. I'm hearing an affirmable component? Basically, your competition. Okay, Earth, we have lessons. Exactly. You take the hard lessons and you alchemize them to make them work for you. You make your downfalls work in your favor, is what your angels are saying. Is like, yo, this person right here, I'm hearing, you got it, girl, you got it, girl. Okay, action. Look, you get up and go. You don't stay down for long is the kind of energy that's coming out right now. And thinking woman, just to emphasize everything I was saying. And I was about to point out the number 7 with 7th house and 17, action, and boom, 47. Okay, you got it, girl, you got it, girl. You got it, girl, you got it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and leave your reading right here. This is how the angels view you. Very, very, very badass warrior energy. Give this video a thumbs up if this resonated. Leave love in the comment section down below. If you would like to leave a donation, there is a virtual tip jar in the description box. Thank you so, so much. Always appreciated, never required. Okay? And if you'd like to book a personal reading, very first link in the description box to make that happen. Make sure you tuned into part 1. Blend the 2 readings together. And let this video just send mad love to you. Thank you so, so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. I don't know if I said this already, but please, I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, and most importantly, truth and motivation to you. Let's go ahead and get to the next group. Group number 2, this plume agate slab. Your angels straight up are like, okay, so this person knows exactly what they're doing. This person knows exactly what's good for them, what's not good for them. This person knows what's naturally aligned for their greatest and highest good and knows what is not. This person knows exactly how to talk to spirit. This person knows exactly how to move. This person knows exactly what we're saying. The Fool and the Queen of Wands. This person moves triumphantly. Okay. And you see, this reading just started so swiftly, okay? Yeah, the angels are just talking about how much you move, how much, wow, look at this, look at this, look at this. Okay, so I'm seeing this energy of evolution. This energy of evolution. You see how this flower, I viewed it as this flower in her hair, and now she has a new flower. Okay? The energy of evolution, your ability to switch things up. Something about your lips. Yeah, the red lips keep standing out. Red lips. Okay, something about the lips. The Queen of Swords coming out here. We literally have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. It's a lot of definitive energy here. And we have these pyramids depicted in these images, which lets me know that you are a powerhouse. What is that? The mitochondria? You're the powerhouse. You are the mitochondria, the powerhouse on this earth. You are a source of energy, okay? You are a direct channel, a direct influence, okay? We have the star here with the star coming out, and then I keep focusing on this Fool card, and she's like standing on a crystal. It's like you are a direct channel, a direct channel. 3 of Swords here to heal. 3 of Swords is literally representing, I'm seeing this as the heart is like the earth being punctured by everything that we've done to it, you know? Speaking energetically as well as physically. Let's get one animal oracle. You're not with what I like to refer to as the long talking. You're not with the long talk. You like to just, you speak definitively, okay? But there's a lot of depth and a lot of importance and a lot of knowledge in what you say. The electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Yeah, like literally you speaking, like you paint a picture. You paint a picture when you speak. People stop in. I'm hearing stop instead. I don't even know what song that is. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Look, like you cut out the bull. Okay, the Queen of Swords isn't with the bull. Like you're like, cut the bull, get to the point. What are we focused on here? Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery, and people are looking at you like, how does one gain this kind of je ne sais quoi? How does one do this? How does one... Okay, there's a balance here because I was talking about how we had 2 queens. 2 queens coming out here, a balance. Cut straight through the middle. You're like, okay, what's the reason? Like, why are we going after this? What's the passion behind it? And then you're like, all right, now what's the truth? And then you make it happen. That's what it is. This is talking about your words. You literally say what you mean and mean what you say, quite literally. And that's how you're so easily relatable, is how people would refer to you as someone who is easy to communicate with. People feel like you just get them, you understand them, okay? But this also has a tendency to make people say less and assume that you know exactly what they're trying to say, okay? Because they confuse your depth with their own, because again, they kind of intermingle the two. I hope I'm making sense here. Like, people feel extremely connected to you that sometimes they might think something, and they feel so connected to you that they thought that they said it out loud, and so they expect you to know what they thought, but they didn't say it. Okay, the 8th house, yeah, those deep inner thoughts. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this reading just got so sidetracked that the angels had to bring me back. Okay, I was just submerged in your energy that I forgot that we were doing a reading about the angels and how they view you. The angels were just like, let's just sink the reader into this person's energy, and then they'll finally snap out and realize that they were entranced by this person's vibes the whole time. Scorpio. People don't understand how you put them under. Dang. Like, it's a baptism though. Like, it's a forced baptism that is so... I don't know how to describe it, because even though I'm saying that it's forced, it's beautiful at the same time. Because when I was just endowed in your energy just now, look, I felt the light. When I was under this trance, when I was in this entrapment, when I was under this spell, I was content. I was happy, things were clear. Wow. Wow. That was incredible. I really hope that you guys went on that adventure with me. Like, I want you to literally parallel this reading. I want you to run it back when it's over. Parallel this reading to a baptism in slow motion. And the person's head is dunked under water by the person that is doing the baptizing. Your head is underwater, and the whole time your eyes are closed, your hair is floating around you. There's like, everything is moving in slow motion. The bubbles are coming out of your nose in slow motion. It's beautiful. Okay, it's beautiful. You're literally under the water, and it feels so good. You're not even thinking about, oh, I breathe air. You're not even thinking about that. And the whole time we were talking about this reading, your energy. And then you come up, and then I snapped out of it and realized that the angels had endowed me in your energy, because this is how it feels to be in your energy. And the angels are referring to your ability to captivate people. And use it for positive. That's the thing. Like, you could be captivating and use it with ill will and ill intent. But, oh, look, 111. This is exactly how the card just fell out. That's why I'm holding it so weird. I was only going to take one, but when something this beautiful comes out after a reading that beautiful, who am I? Lord, don't look at my nail. Who am I to try and control that? I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading right here. Thank you guys so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. I do hope that you found this reading as beautiful as I did. I just feel blessed to have even experienced that reading. So, bottom of the deck, rest and rejuvenation. Doesn't it look like he could possibly be underwater and in the sky at the same time, but completely at peace, because nothing has to make sense when you are at peace. The number 111 came out for you. Let's not forget that. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be a reader. If you enjoyed this video enough to leave a monetary donation, there is a virtual tip jar in the description box. Always appreciated, never required. If you enjoyed this video enough, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with a friend, a family member, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, very first link in the description box to make that happen. And I don't know if I said this already, but I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to you. Much love, and I'm going to go ahead and get to the next group. All right, group number 3, this moss agate tumble. I believe that's what it's called. Let's find out. How do the angels view you? How do the angels view you? How do the angels view you? How do the angels? Competitive, communicative, meaning you will say what's on your mind, hence the competitive. Okay, it takes a fiery soul to challenge somebody. Okay, the world. Yeah, like, angels are like, this person right here could take over the world. They could convince themselves, they could hype themselves through taking over the world. And I have the fan on, which is why the flame is going crazy. Let me actually turn that off. Let me turn that off because I like to be able to see. Okay. I like to be able to see what's going on. Right now, we're just dancing all willy-nilly, okay? All right, so yeah. The angels are like this. If anybody could take over the world, it's somebody like them. The Three of Wands. You not only could take over the world on your own, you could hype yourself up on your own, but you can hype other people to help you take over the world. Like, what? Oh my gosh. It's like I'm seeing this flow here. You're cultured. Yes. Well cultured, well traveled. The angels feel like you can relate to a wide array of people. The Five of Cups here. And it's based in the things that you have lost, loved, gained, learned. Yeah, the Two of Wands. I'm getting like this energy of the perfect life partner. I'm seeing this imagery of an elephant right now. Yeah, I am seeing that. There's like the ear, eyes, the tusk is the trunk is coming out towards me, okay? And these are like the tusks, all right? We have the Three of Swords as I'm talking about tusks and things. Yeah. I'm hearing, careful what you take for granted. That's Damage by her. 'Cause with me, you know you could do damage. Yeah. Elephants, they never forget. Okay, the angels are like, once you cross this person, there's really no going back to where you once were. Okay, it's like, I can forgive you, but I will never forget. Look, the mouse, as I just was talking about an elephant, okay? Your trust, your heart is as big as the elephant, but it can be off-put by the simplest of things, okay? You have this mighty, large, ancient, deep aspect to you, like an elephant. But the simplest or the smallest things could off-put you. And when I say off-put, I'm talking about your faith or trust in someone. Tend to the small things. For you, it's the small things that matter. And a lot of people don't focus on the small things, so a lot of people don't get you. And Spirit, your angels, they are just saying that is your superpower. That you are this mighty elephant, but for you, it's the small things. Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Exactly. Like I said, in a world that doesn't really think about the small things, you are exactly what the doctor ordered for the earthly realm at this time, okay? Your angels are saying that you are part of a divinely orchestrated plan. So this is also your angels saying this is why it is imperative that you follow through with your ideas. Look at this. Look, the mediator renewal. Libra and Pluto, you are the one that is bringing in, you are the medium bringing in this earthly renewal, the world. If anybody could change the world, it would be you. So please, allow yourself to be you. Follow through with what you believe in. Look, VIP access, come on, 10th house status. Put yourself on this pedestal and see where that gets you in the long run. Your angels are encouraging you to continue investing in yourself. Okay? Look, broken heart, the thinking man. Continue investing in yourself. Continue analyzing the aspects of you. Continue to be this curious being that you are. Continue to be that. because we need more people like you. Look, patience. And with due time, you and they will see that. Your angels want you to see yourself bigger. Think higher of yourself. Think more long-term with yourself. Hence the Capricorn energy, 10th house VIP energy. Think higher of yourself in the long run. I'm seeing this group does a lot of self-reflection that kind of blames the self. We want to lighten that load. We don't want to blame. We simply want to observe and then move forward, do better with what we learn from observation. We don't have to grade ourselves through life. Life is not like school. Yes, it is, but you don't have to put a grade on it. If you want to grade it based on your spiritual efforts, your spiritual energy at that time. Base it on you doing the best that you could have done at that given moment. There's a lot of forgiveness needed here for this group, is what the angels say as well. This is how they want you to move forward. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. I hope this reading brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to keep you going. If you enjoyed this video enough, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share this video with a friend. And if you would like to book a personal reading, the very first link is in the description box to make that happen. If you would like to leave a donation, we do have a virtual tip jar in the description box. Always appreciated, never required. Thank you in advance. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and finish off this reading with our final groups. You take care, be well, much love. And until next time, take care. Lemurian Quartz. Lemurian Quartz. I'm being told to call you Thing One. You are Thing One. Thing One. Okay. Let's see how the angels view Thing One. Okay. Very outspoken.